Okay, I'll really do it very briefly, and I'll then leave the stage for John and for Professor Sperber to really elaborate. I think first I would like to congratulate the University of Bar-Ilan, מכון גבוה לתורה, and our partners from University of Columbia, all of them for really putting together an extremely interesting and stimulating event in which really key issues came up. I won't have the time really to summarize all the interesting things that we heard. I would like just to raise one personal point of view, and which really refers to some of the panels that I heard here, and maybe especially the panel that was led by me and coordinated by me. So we heard that really the genetic tools and genetic capabilities are extremely developed and constantly are being pursued, and we are at a stage in which, like Professor Sean said, for $1,000 we'll be able to really sequence a whole genome of a person. And as Dr. Loiki said, the manipulation tools and techniques are constantly becoming more sophisticated. And maybe the really bottom line is, as was said today, that it's not about what we can do, but rather what should be done. And this is really the bottom line of this conference. But yet, it was said that with some topics, especially, for example, like behavioral traits, we don't have really all the information and all the perception how to deal with and even how to predict the outcomes. So it was said in a couple occasions that in these cases we don't really have the tools to even take a position, to even decide how should we behave, what strategies should be taken. And I'm not sure that this is so accurate. I agree that we miss a lot of information. We cannot see now the entire picture. But yet, even speaking about behavior traits, there were some very interesting examples presented here. For example, the rat's story in the rat gene in mice, just as an example, or the FOX2P gene. And it might well be that even in behavior traits, we might, even though the picture and the gene, it might be a multi-gene, very complex multi-gene pictures and traits, we might be able at some stage to identify key genes or key regulators of a behavior, of a behavior characteristic, of a spiritual characteristic. So we cannot avoid the need to really confront and to deal with the ethical, the questions of possession, the point of PGD procedures, even when speaking about spiritual characteristics. We cannot really predict at the current stage whether we'll be able to control and to track down spiritual genes and to what extent. So what I would like, just in summary, to say is that we should be open-minded. We should not avoid all these important discussions at the ethical level, the technical level, the social level, psychological level, and we shouldn't avoid any challenging question as far as ethical secrecy, possession of genetic information, potential PGD procedures, manipulations, and so on and so forth. And in that aspect, I think that the last 2 days are indeed a very important example and paradigm to such discussions. And I really hope that the Faculty of Life Sciences, which I'm currently serving as its dean, together with the מכון הגבוה לתורה, University of Columbia, and all really very highly educated scholar guests, as we heard today, will all join forces and really we will pursue this kind of collaborative programs also in the future. So thank you very much.